Thanks for visiting No Kudos Sports for our just a bit too early NFC South predictions. And as always, thanks for checking in whether it's your first time here or you're coming back for more. We appreciate you either way and ask that you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on the remainder of our NFC predictions or any of the fun material that's coming down the pike. We also want to hear your thoughts and predictions, so definitely jump in the comments section and let us know how it's all really going to go down this year. So let's get started down in the humid NFC South, where last year this division might have been the ultimate poster child for mediocrity. The New Orleans Saints appear to have won the offseason simply by signing Derek Carr as their starting quarterback, and the stability he brings to that position makes the Saints clear division favorites in our eyes. There's lots of solid pieces already in place in the Big Easy, and the long-term re-signing of Cam Jordan has inspired him to terrorize opposing quarterbacks in appreciation. The impact of losing Alvin Kamara to a 3-game suspension to start the year should be tempered by having 3 winnable games scheduled to start things off. On a wacky note, we don't know what to make of the rumors of John Gruden sightings around the facility, but think that all it can do is add more spice to an already spicy forecast for the Whodats in 2023. With Tom Brady retiring, the Buccaneers appear to be vulnerable again, unless Baker Mayfield continues his resurrection from the scrap heap, or Kyle Trask makes a giant leap in his play that he so far hasn't suggested he's capable of. The good news is that there's still very good pieces in place in Tampa on both sides of the ball, especially at wide receiver, which should make life easier for whoever wins the quarterback competition. The bullseye would appear to be on head coach Todd Bowles, who many are wondering if he can make the playoffs without TB12 under center. 4 of their first 5 games were extremely tough, with division foes largely backloaded on the schedule. So how respectably they play against the early gauntlet should give an indication of how they'll fare in the division. We can't move on to the next team without mentioning that I can't wait to see the creamsicle throwbacks this season in Tampa. Frank Reich didn't waste any time by crowning Bryce Young as the Panthers starter over the Red Rifle for Week 1, which some critics have panned for being short-sighted. The team showed a lot of grit last year, playing extremely tough after losing their head coach and CMC by winning 4 of their last 6 games and narrowly missing the playoffs by falling at Tampa on New Year's Day. There will likely be growing pains in Charlotte with 2 division foes to start the year, then right into a 4-game pressure cooker against playoff-caliber squads. We don't have lofty expectations for Carolina this year, but they'll keep pounding and maybe sneak up on a few teams as they establish some continuity later in the year. The Atlanta Falcons appear to be the enigma of the division, and just like many, we have no idea what to expect from them this season. The Dirty Birds are rolling with Desmond Ridder at quarterback, but don't sleep on Taylor Heineke if things don't get off to a good start for Ridder. Heineke impressed in Washington with his grit and off-script ability, and he's a hometown boy that will surely be preferred by a portion of the fan base. Kyle Pitts appeared to be a beast coming out of Florida, but he hasn't yet produced to the level the Falcons expected after being drafted 4th overall in 2021. They'll need him to raise his production to be competitive in a division that'll likely send just one team to the playoffs again. The 3rd campaign of Arthur Smith's team forecast for a slight improvement in 2023, with a premium on winning division games if they have any hope of stealing the NFC South. So there you have it. The NFC South shouldn't be as clustered at the end as they were last year, and I think you'll see some separation as the season draws to a conclusion. The Panthers and Falcons' fortunes pretty much mirror images of one another in my eyes, and both will be competing to stay out of the division cellar come the end of the season. The Buccaneers have the goods to make a playoff run, but we think that post-GOAT hangover gets worse and they miss the playoffs this year, which leaves the Saints as the class of the division and will walk away with it at the end and win it by 2 or 3 games. So what do you make of all this? Do you agree with our picks, or do you see things shaking out differently? Let's talk about it. Post your thoughts in the comments section below, and please hit those like, subscribe buttons, and turn on those notifications so you'll be sure to get the final 2 division predictions, as well as all the fun and wacky stuff that's still to come. Until next time, No Kudos Sports signing off and prepping for our next video about the NFC North.